everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Titans going up against the Texans. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Let's go.
More now. And got his tight end, Duarte. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Moore. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Evans comes in motion right. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Archer, the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now a play fake here on first down. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
On second down, Osweiler. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. The starting defense for the Titans.
When Brian Orakpo was born, there was no doubt that with that name, he was going to be a defensive player and a good one. He knows how to get to quarterbacks.
Right side, caught Fedorowicz. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offensive starters, here they are. And Delaney Walker, Charles, it's a guy that you and I said we wanted to discuss a bit.
Yeah, and we should, because remember, he came out of college as a wide receiver, so he's one of the early guys to move from a wide receiver position to tight end and still run routes as if he were a wide receiver. An excellent target.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got time. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive. But not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll get him down right about the 20. A gain of 3, second down. Second down following the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
Now Osweiler on second down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Titans getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And we get a peek at the defensive starters, and it's a unit that really needs to do better than they did last week.
So I would expect them to come out with a lot more emotion this week, flying around, trying to establish a new tone, because last week they didn't feel good about it all.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Moore now. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now Moore. Over the middle to Evans. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marshawn Coppridge, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They isolate Hopkins on the left side. the play fake. Here's Osweiler. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong, complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Osweiler on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Osweiler will throw again. And there's a flag on the play. Setting up the screen for Miller. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Kill. Turn up. No. Jack, Patriot. Leopard. Hot.
Throwing again, Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Third and long, it's Osweiler. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Titans a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit. Here we go. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got room. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop.
All right, here we go. Boom, Detroit! Detroit! Over! Watch him now, Barney!
Osweiler now to throw on 3rd down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Titans will get the football at their 20. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Now let's go! Gone! No, Jack, Patriot!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Moore. And Walker with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Moore now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 5. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go! Green, 39!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on the defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And now out comes Houston, and the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
39. Detroit.
They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 66 yards.
Defending a deep route, even when it's thrown on time, is very difficult. But when he's able to maneuver outside of the pocket, that's almost unfair. He's bought extra time. His offensive line has protected him. And now when the ball's in the air, the guy downfield has a chance to make a better adjustment.
Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 44 yards away. And Novak's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Houston. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Throwing, Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Let's go.
They come up in an offset eye.
Now here we go. Patriot.
3rd and 2. Now Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. One receiver to the left is Evans. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Moore. Out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got Evans. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Over. No. Check. Patriot.
Moore now. Left side, caught by Matthews. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll run it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Marshawn Coppridge, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Here we go. Green, 39. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Strong, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. He'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go now. Good.
Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it?
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Novak to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now back to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Moore. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Edwards able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
He's got the completion to Strong. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And let's discuss Osweiler a little bit further. Obviously an interesting journey for him to get here to Houston.
Groomed in Denver and actually got to play some before he ended up making his departure to Houston. But after the Broncos won the Super Bowl, I think he was in search of his own team and his own destiny as maybe a Super Bowl quarterback. They gave him a great opportunity, and he took advantage of it and headed to be a Texan.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Off the play fake. Here's Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in the end, the decision to bring it out costs him a few yards as he's out of bounds just past the 20. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Detroit!
More now. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he's brought down after a good game. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. One receiver to the left is Evans. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Here we go now.
Now it's Osweiler. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 4th quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And now out comes Houston. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation.
Watch him now, Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll toss it to Miller, and he'll lose yardage. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So the D-line's going to spread out. 3rd and long. It's Osweiler. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, "I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you."
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Sankey. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now Moore. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check, 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Now when you go into the week and you're telling the guys what mistakes have to be corrected, what we have to do to win going forward, you have their full attention. They're excited, they're happy, and they know if they can build that momentum, they can ultimately achieve all their goals.
So for Houston, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.